Going all the way back to World War II, Dick's Food Store has been a long-established part of this community. Today, we're very excited because not only are we going to get a tour, but we're also going to get to meet one of the original owners, Mr. George Hyak, sitting at 103 years young, who's going to share the story of this place with us and some of the history of how they made it here. So I'm very excited. Let's go inside and meet him and go hear the story. Welcome to Meet Victoria, where we'll get to know the people, businesses, and heroes that make this community special. I'm Caleb Shaw, owner of Shaw Realty and your host. Now let's go meet Victoria. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm excited to be here. Sir, for those that don't know who you are, please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Ronnie Hike. I'm one of the owners of the store. My sister Karen is the other owner of the store. We've been here in this location since 1955. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's 67 years here at this location. We do have another location in Seadrift that we've had since 2008.
Yes, sir. This is one of my wife's favorite places to shop. She loves coming here. She loves the feeling she gets of this store. What is it that you feel sets this store, that sets Dick's Food Store apart from everything else in this community and kind of makes you guys special?
We're the last local grocery store that's here in Victoria, where everything I think somebody needs, you can get in and get out. Whatever you need, you're gonna come, you're gonna get out. You can get out here within 5 minutes if that's what you want. We keep as many registers open as we need to get the people out of here. We don't shut them down. We're always waiting for people to come. We take them out of the line, whoever's next, and we get them going.
And she's always speaking of how much she enjoys the staff that you have up here, how they're so kind, they're so generous, and she likes the way the grocery baggers and all, like just the whole ambiance and the whole experience. It's special to her because she said it makes her feel nostalgic when she comes in here in the best of possible ways, and you guys are just really nailing it, and I appreciate it.
Well, we've been blessed, number one, to be here that long. We've been blessed, and the young people that we hire, we've been very fortunate to get some really good young kids to come in here. We go through a special training with them, and they do a great job. They really do. We get a lot of compliments.
Yes, sir, and I agree, and couldn't agree more with you, actually. Now, I know we have lined up later to speak with Mr. Hyak and really get into the history of this place, and I'm really excited for that. But in the meantime, I hear you guys have some stuff up here that you're kind of known for, that's kind of your specialty. In fact, some young ladies earlier just flagged me down to show me that you guys have something special. What is that you guys have discovered is your top selling item up here?
Our number one seller in the whole store, we found out a couple of weeks ago, is our chicken salad, our homemade chicken salad, and it just flies off the shelf.
Outstanding. And I hear you guys have some samples for me in the back to check out.
We do.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, I'm going to test the world famous chicken salad and see if it lives up to its name. Be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we're back, and we're back at my favorite part of every show when there's food involved, me eating. So today I get to sample 3 different items that I'm really excited for, including the world famous chicken salad. So, my friend, let's start right here at the front. Tell me what we got and what special seasoning do we have going with this?
Okay, this is our rotisserie chicken that we've started a few months ago, but we're using a new seasoning. It's called Cattleman Brand seasoning, and it's from around this area. We try to use everything local that we can. We have a chicken seasoning here, and we have a season all here on 2 different rotisseries. And we have our world famous chicken salad in the middle right here that you can taste. We do 60 pounds a day, 7 days a week, so we're selling about 420 pounds a week.
That is a lot of chicken salad.
And chicken salad.
That's
why it's our number 1 salad.
That is a ton. Well, let me start right here. If you don't mind, I'm just going to jump right in here and grab me. They always say don't eat on camera, but I'm gonna do that anyway.
Paper towels, please.
Oh man, this is the what? Chicken and more? Is that this brand?
Chicken and
Yes,
more.
Chicken and more.
brand.
Thank you. I like this. It's got just about everything. Some peppery tasting, but also like it.
Yeah.
It's very well seasoned. I like that. Cattleman's
It's
brand.
horse seasoning.
This is good. Delicious. Golly. I
And we
almost
went
don't
a
want to
bit-
take a bite of something else because I want to just finish this whole
Yeah.
tray before we move on
And we
here.
went a little bit light on the seasoning. It could have been dusted a little bit more.
Got you kind of you to preference.
Just to make sure that it was going to be okay. We just the first time we've used it today.
Well, it's good.
We
It,
want-
it
we
has
did-
my endorsement.
Okay.
It's
All
good
right.
stuff. Now, moving on down the line here, the world famous chicken salad right here. This is what my wife told me when I came up here. Make sure you eat the chicken salad because she loves this stuff. The young ladies that beat me to the register earlier love this stuff. In fact, how many of those jugs of it are those things? They had 3 or 4 of those jugs going to a 108-year-old birthday party. Pretty impressive. But guys, I'm going to jump right into this. Almost right away, I can see why they say that. How many pounds of this do you guys do? 400 and something? Or
120 pounds a week.
Good Lord, I can see why you're gonna have to do 421 after this. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. You guys did good on this. They God, it makes me want to just take a commercial break and just eat all this, and then we can come back and talk later. But I'm gonna keep it moving down the line. We are now to the Cattleman's brand seasonal. This is a more generic seasoning, I'm
Right.
guessing, for lack of better terms. Generic's probably not the best word, but let's give it a sample here. One, I want to point out how tender this chicken is,
It
too.
is, yeah.
Good stuff. Ooh, that'd be tough to pick from if you had to pick. Hold on, I gotta do a little bit more here.
That one's
Wow.
bolder. The one on your right.
That, you know, this is like for an easy day when you just wanna, you
Relax.
don't need any spice in your life, but just a little bit of seasoning to get it right. And this is when you want the kick. And yeah, that
That's the weekend chicken.
there you go. I like that. The weak chicken and the weekend. I like the way you think, brother. Both delicious. Both of these are spectacular. And the world famous is world famous. This is
Okay.
good stuff. Well done. Guys, I cannot thank you enough. What your store brings to this community, like I said, it's been a favorite of my family for a long time. I feel very blessed that we got to meet your family because the history of this place and what Mr. Hyak is going to share with us and all of that, I mean, this goes all the back to World War II, the beginning times, and I really think it's a testament to what our country was and who we were because they had a war going on, and when all the men left to go fight it, all the ladies stepped up and
Exactly.
ran everything, and
Exactly.
there's so much history here of the unity of the country and how we came together to win World War II is outproducing everybody by being united and taking up the slack. And when the men had to go, the women stepped up and ran things, and we moved forward and we won a
Right.
war and happened to serve communities and build families and all that in the process. And so I'm very impressed by what you guys have done as a family in this town, the way you stuck to your traditions, but more importantly, the kindness and the love that you guys have shown. I just feel very blessed to be able to tell this story, and I thank you guys for what you
I
bring
appreciate
to
that.
this community and for the many, many, many years of people being able to have something familiar that matters to them. And so, again, we're very grateful as a community to you guys for us. As soon as that camera turns off, I'm going to mow through about 2/3 of this stuff because I haven't had lunch yet, and I'm having a hard time focusing and looking at this food because it's delicious. But again, thank you. This whole place is special because it hits you right in the heart and it hits you right in the feelers. And I've been very blessed to get to know your family. So thank you, sir.
Well, what I'd like to say too before we close is just by the grace of God that we're still here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, his grace and kindness
is.
has been good, and we are very blessed. And again, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir, for
Thanks
all
for
you
coming.
do.
Appreciate it.
Guys, we're gonna sneak out of here. We're gonna go see Mr. Hyak, one of the original owners of this store, and he's got a story to tell, and we're gonna go hear it. Thank you so much. Let's go check out a few commercials, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome to Victoria. Thinking about buying or selling? Are you military, law enforcement, healthcare, firefighter, or a teacher? Don't forget to ask about our Homes for Heroes program. All right, guys, welcome back. We've had a ton of fun today. It's been a really cool day getting to see all of Dick's and be a part of that. But I'm really excited for today because the magic in this really started way, way, way back many years ago. And I had the privilege and the honor to sit here with Mr. George Hyak. He's a World War II veteran, one that's our greatest generation. I can't say thanks enough for that. But he's not here for that today. He's here to tell us about how this all came together, how Dick's Food Store got started. It's a really special story, and I'm really glad to share it with you. And so, Mr. Hyak, thank you so much for having us on here. I'm grateful to you, and I appreciate you letting us come in and sit down with you. I'm really excited to hear the history and how Dick's Food Store ever got started. And so I would like to, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to hear you tell me the story of how you guys came to own Dick's Food Store and open the first store and all that good stuff you told me earlier.
Okay, well, it started a long time ago. The Dicks was from San Antonio. There were 7 Dick brothers, and 3 of them came to Victoria, and they figured that, hey, this is a nice little town, so I'm gonna open up a little store. So the old man was named Isaac Dick that drove a truck from here, San Antonio, back 3 times a week with fruit and vegetables only. And they opened up a Texas fruit store on Constitution Street, in the late 1933. Well, afterwards, the business grew up, and he decided to bring 2 of his sons from San Antonio here to open up a grocery store, which he did. And he opened up his first store down Dutch Lane, they call it, which is the name of the street is Juan Lin. I don't know what they got from Dutch Lane, but that was the main part of Victoria, the busiest part of Victoria. So then he opened up a Safeway #1, was a grocery store, had groceries and food and vegetables, and that was built on Bridge Street, where the old bridge was in use. But later on, in the 1939 and 40s, he bought another store on Moody Street, which the new bridge from the Guadalupe River over there was both 2 ways, not 1 way. And afterwards, later on, 1941, he opened up another Dick's store on Juan Lin. And that was #3 Dick's store. Well, in 1941, the Japanese attacked at Pearl Harbor, so we had to go to the Army. We had greetings from President Roosevelt. I went to the Army, and so did my brother-in-law, Albert Dick. While he was there, he bought that store on West End. A #4 store was built in 1943. It was on Lawrence Street. So I made 4 stores of Dick's. I wasn't involved in any of the stores until I came back from the Army, which was in 1945. In 1945, my brother-in-law Albert shook hands with me and his brother and said, "We are partners in the Dick's food stores." I said, okay. We didn't have it in writing. We never did for 50 years or better. We were partners.
With a handshake.
Handshake only. Then we sold 2 of the stores later on, and in 1954 we built what you call a supermarket at that time, and that was called Dick's Supermarket. Well, it wasn't long afterwards, there was a Lone Tree. On Lone Tree there was a mall, and they called it Model Market. We bought that store and made a Dick's store out of it. So I was involved in 3 Dick's stores for over 50 years. I was a partner. We did well in Victoria. The Lord was very nice to, was good. With His help and the work we did, we was real successful in the Dick's food stores in Victoria, Texas. I thank the people in Victoria who helped us out and was good customers. And while serving the country and the city, we began to know lots of people. I made a lot of friends here in Victoria, Texas, and lots of good friends and lots of good merchants, and I love this town of Victoria. I retired in 1989, and I'm still living here, and I still love here, and I thank the world. I thank God who took me and put me through all this. I was hurt many, many times in my life. I had a train wreck. My Heavenly Father saved me. I had a terrible car wreck. My Father saved me. I am so happy that my Lord is my love and Savior. And I thank you for being my Lord and Savior. And I thank you for changing me and training me to be a good person. Thank you, Father God, and thank Victoria.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting to get a little emotional there, but several things. First off, thank you for your service to our nation. Thank you for going and serving this great nation during World War II. Thank you. We are a nation that owes you a debt of gratitude for that. And you know, you speak of how good Victoria has been to you,
yes.
But I want you to know that Victoria feels blessed to have your stores and your family in it as well. My wife, to this day, it's her favorite place to shop because she says she feels like she's stepping back into a part of history that everybody still liked each other and everybody still got along. And she says it feels like a walk back in time. You go in and there's good music playing. You still have young high school kids that bag up your groceries. And she said it feels like a community in that store. And that's because of what you and your family have brought to this town. And while Victoria may have been good to you, you have also been very good to Victoria, you and your family. And we owe you a debt of gratitude and want to say thank you.
Yeah, Kelly, I thank you for shopping there. I thank all the people that shopped at Dick's Food Store. Help us to get more stores and to bring more things. And you know, the Dicks did real good. They came from San Antonio with 7 brothers and an old man who served here and served Port Lavaca with food and fruit and vegetables. And I thank every person here in Victoria, Texas. Thank you for being my friends.
Yes, sir. At 103 years young man, what's next? Are you gonna open a whole new fleet of stores? You gonna go on a big? What's next? Your big next adventure? You're only 103. What else do you want to do?
I don't know how long my Lord wants me to stay here. There must be a certain reason, but I love it very much.
Well, we love you, sir. And again, thank you so much for all the kindness and the gratitude and the service that you have given not only to this country, but to this community. We are very grateful to you, and thank you to your family. And it's been a real honor getting to tell the story of Dick's Food Store and how it came to be. And we thank you for all the hard work that you did to make that happen for us.
I am happy and I appreciate it. Could I add just one little thing?
Absolutely.
Right now, I'm living with Marana Independent Place. It's a good place, and there's 3 city institutions here. There's Marana Independent, Marana Instant Living, and there's Marana Memory Living. All the men and women are my friends and dear friends, and are my family. I love them, and I thank them. I thank Miss Cherie, the press, and she's the one that runs it. I love Fran, Linda, Isabel, Thelma, Cherie, Joe, Manuel, Wim. All these people here are just like my brothers and sisters and my children. Thank you for asking me that.
Yes, sir. Your kindness has really touched my heart today, and I just want to tell you thank you for that. You're just a kind soul, and I the world needs kindness right now, and I appreciate you for all of your kindness and the kindness that you show to everybody, because I know they feel the same about you.
Well, Kelly, I'll tell you, we have a lot of people like you. We need y'all here to build this store, to build Victoria up. And I think Victoria has really been big, and I think it's getting bigger. I appreciate everything you did for me and my wife.
Yes, sir. It was my honor, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. And guys, I just feel so very blessed to get to tell this story and to have the history of Dick's Food Store in our town, but more importantly, to have the history of the giving and the love and the serving of not only their nation, but this community. And so to the Hyaks and their whole family, and to all the employees at Dick's Food Store, thank you so much for the many years of service here. And thank you to Murata for letting us come in here and have this great interview, and for taking such great care of your residents. We're very grateful. Again, Mr. Hyak, 103 years young. Yeah. Thank you so much for everything. Guys, we've had a ton of fun. We feel so very blessed to be a part of this. Make sure you support our sponsors and get over to Dick's Food Store if you hadn't been there. And guys, we will see you at the next one. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in to Meet Victoria with Caleb Shaw. If you haven't done so already, make sure you comment below, share the videos. It really helps the algorithms. Also, make sure you like the page, follow the page. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, if you want to be featured on Meet Victoria, shoot us a message. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, make sure you support our great sponsors. We could not do this without them, and we're grateful and blessed to have them. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you at the next one.